Dedicated to the grind and dedicated to you. That's why we do what we do. This is serious grind boxing. I'm jumping on to give you a quick jab of boxing news, and we get ready to talk about Timothy Bradley. That's right. This guy is always outspoken, and he was just online talking, and he had a super challenge, you know what I'm saying, to Turki Al Sheikh, and we get ready to talk about that because you know Turki Al Sheikh, he is one of the most influential individuals in boxing right now. And Timothy Bradley is a very influential individual in the world of boxing, Hall of Famer, you know, in my opinion, a boxing legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, to me, it's not even debatable. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I saw Timothy Bradley with my own eyes fighting, the guy was a monster. Yeah, I've seen him on television. He was a monster. He was really a dog. He did not quit. He was just relentless. He wanted to fight. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people get angry at Timothy Bradley, but hey, it is what it is. So anyway, Timothy Bradley took to social media and he was talking to Turki Al Sheikh via social media. And he was saying that even though Turki Al Sheikh has delivered some big fights, you know, Fury versus Usyk, Beterbiev versus Bivol, his contributions to the sport of boxing have not fixed boxing. He said basically that Turki Al Sheikh is putting a Band-Aid on boxing because boxing has a deeper issue. You got what I'm saying? And he was like, look, he was talking to Turki Al Sheikh. He was like, look, when you're gone or when you decide to leave the sport, then the people that's in the sport right now are going to have to go back to square one. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, you made some great fights, but boxing has not changed. And my thing is like, yo, give it time. Turki Al Sheikh just got into the sport of boxing, and guess what? Boxers are really receiving their just due. They not feeling like, man, everybody's trying to take my money. Everybody's trying to do me wrong. Everybody's not compensating me properly. You know what I'm saying? Like, Turki Al Sheikh is the only individual that when these boxers are talking about him, they like, yo, he compensating me. Look, these are prize fighters. And for too long, these promotional companies have not been looking out for the best interest of the fighter. They have been looking out for the best interest of the promotion company. You got what I'm saying? So the fact that Turki Al Sheikh done popped in and he's helping out people, hey, I think that's okay for the boxers. And the boxers think it's okay. So everybody else who not boxing right now, they got a problem with it. That's what it seemed like. Even on Facebook, people saying, oh, Turki Al Sheikh, he's bad for boxing. I'm like, what in the world? Talk to the boxers, man. But anyway, Timothy Bradley, he got a vision for boxing. He believes that boxing needs a major overhaul because there are so many systemic problems in boxing that somebody needs to do something. He believes that there should be a boxing commissioner. And I'm like, that makes sense. But what if that commissioner is corrupt? You got what I'm saying? So, but he wants a commissioner just like you see in the NFL, just like when you see in the NBA, you know, a person that's responsible for managing the sport, setting the rules, the guidelines, the regulations, so that the future can be strong for boxing. He also want, and I totally agree with it, you know what I'm saying? But he also want a fighters union. Oh man, that is so awesome. He suggested, Timothy Bradley said, look, they need to create a union for the fighters, for the old fighters and the new fighters, to ensure fair treatment, better pay, and stronger protection for these boxers. And man, I'm telling you, I totally agree with that. Another thing he was saying is that there should be one governing body. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, there should be a single organization that oversees boxing, the sport of boxing globally now. You know what I'm saying? So basically, one entity that is unifying all of these governing bodies like the WBC, WBA, IBF, WBO, just have a headquarters in America and have a headquarters in Saudi Arabia. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, we need a global cooperation. And he was like, look, that's what boxing really needs. And I'm like, hey, I totally agree with Timothy Bradley. I totally agree with it. Because the reason why I say that is because there's so many boxers that I have communicated with, and they are down on their luck because no one cared. They only wanted whatever they wanted from that talent. They want your talent. That's all they want. They want your talent, but they don't understand the boxer's discipline, the hard work, the motivation, the determination, the willpower to get up and do things over and over and over. Even when you're not getting paid, even when you're afraid, you still got to train that fear out of you. You feel what I'm saying? So what do you think about Timothy Bradley's vision for boxing? I totally think that boxing needs a boxing commissioner. I think there should be a fighter union, and I think it should be one governing body. Yes, I totally think that there should be like a world boxing league. There should be like a WBL. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the WBC, you got the WBA, you got the IBF, you got the WBO. There should be one more sanctioning body. And that's the head sanctioning body. That's the one over everything. It's globally seeing everything. It could have a headquarters in America, operation center in Saudi Arabia, Africa, etc., but a world boxing league. You know what I'm saying? Just one major dominant governing body, because the problems are so much and so big in boxing right now. Low quality cards, fight cards, the pay-per-view numbers, mismatch matchmaking. You got what I'm saying? Because promoters, sometimes they setting up these fights where there's an opponent, but you can just see that, look, this opponent has no real chance of winning. You know what I'm saying? And that basically kills the competitive spirit of the sport. And then, as it applies to pay-per-view, I totally agree, because a lot of these fights are stuck behind this expensive pay-per-view wall. And man, some of these fans, they can't play for the pay-per-view. They just can't. You know what I'm saying? And then low quality cards, he right. Because some of these promoters, they are flooding the market with high-priced, low quality events. And that makes a casual fan like myself very, very angry. You got what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. You feel what I'm saying? Because, hey, it is what it is. Ooh, just thinking of that, you know what? I'm going to create a show called Casual Fan Boxing, where I'm just going to go on live and just surf the internet and talk about different things that I am seeing and reading on boxing news and stuff like that. Yeah, I might do that. Casual fan boxing. I might just do that right there. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to get out of here. But Timothy Bradley, he was basically saying, look, we need a commissioner. We need a union. And if you do all of that, then you can get my attention. You know what I'm saying? And I totally agree with Timothy Bradley. But what I will say is that Turki Al Sheikh does not need the attention of Timothy Bradley. He does not need validation from Timothy Bradley. He is doing a great job of helping the sport of boxing. He is making pay-per-view fights affordable. He has better quality. He's treating the fighters right. Like, what more do people want from this guy? You got what I'm saying? He resurrected the Ring magazine. Now the Ring magazine is looking good. You got what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. Those are my thoughts on it. What is your thoughts on this subject? Please leave it in the comment section below. Look, do you think that Turki Al Sheikh, do you think he should step it up and then just basically reshape the boxing landscape and do the things that Timothy Bradley has said, create a unified governing body, create a union? You got what I'm saying? And do you think all of that stuff would fix the problems that exist in boxing Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications because you know I am a new channel. This is Serious Grind Boxing, and I hit you with a quick jab of boxing news. Stay on the grind. I'm going to talk to you soon.